Hello, my favorite Tauruses. You're my favorite because I'm Taurus too. Hello, how are y'all doing? Thank you so much for finding my channel. If you are new to my channel, I would absolutely love it if you would join your energies with ours by clicking like and subscribing. And if you are returning, thank you so much for always being here and supporting me. Taurus is a big community for me. Could very well be because I'm a Taurus, so like attracts like, right? I don't know how that works. Anyway, how you all doing? I hope this message finds you well. This message is for Sun, Moon, and Rising in Taurus. So if you have any of those placements, this message may be for you. However, as this is a general message, it doesn't always completely resonate. So take what does resonate, leave what doesn't. Don't try to shove it together to make it work, because I don't want you to walk away feeling as though, there was any miscommunication of any kind. Okay. As always, Spirit has been really interesting this week. How was it for you on Monday, the 27th? Is that the day it was? 27th, 28th? For the new full moon, the full moon in Gemini. I found the energy to be a little interesting for me personally. I know that we just came out of the eclipse season and then we went into Scorpio season. Scorpio is directly opposite of Taurus. So whenever Scorpio is, predominantly the energy of Scorpio, it's a little bit tougher for us Taurus people. So I don't know if you guys were feeling it. I was doing great up to the day of the full moon. I was fine. Then that was on Monday, right? And then Tuesday, I got up. I didn't have any problems. I felt a little tired. Wednesday, I was flat out. Like, there wasn't anything physically wrong with me, but I also know not only are we coming out of that full moon energy in Gemini, which that full moon in Gemini actually had some conjunctions to that full moon, to the Gemini aspect. So I think it was just those energies that really helped kick up. And then also we've been getting more solar flares. So what Spirit had told me and what I've been reading the past couple of days is that we're expecting an X class solar flare to hit us. I'm thinking that the energy will hit either today or tomorrow. And X class flares are big. So I sat in meditation with that as well. And the only thing that I really got was that it's to help us actually bring in more light to our physical bodies, because we are transitioning up and as part of this process, right? So we're still working on releasing some things from our past, but we're also moving into this new energy. And from what I can tell, many of the signs are actually taking really big steps forward. A lot of them are doing the work. So it's kind of really cool to watch. It's cool to be on this side, seeing it from my perspective. So today I'm going to pull cards. I'm going to pull 2 oracle cards, and then I'm going to do your reading. And then at the end, I am going to pull, I'm going to pull 4 cards from the Archangel Power Tarot deck. And basically those cards kind of solidify the reading. Sometimes they give additional messages in the reading that I might not have gotten, or maybe cards hadn't popped up yet. So I hope that you'll stay till the end to listen to those messages for you. And then again, if you're new, please like and subscribe. I would love to have you join our collective. And the reason why is because when I sit down to do meditation for each of these signs, I asked Spirit to go and embrace the energies of those who will happen to come upon the message. And it's much easier for them if you're part of this collective subscribe group, right? Because then your energy is always going to be included, whether or not you watch the video. That's pretty cool, huh? Yeah. Okay. Okay, so the one thing I wanted to do is I did want to do a couple of sprays. This is Cosmic Element. I didn't do that before I started. And this lilac spray is for guidance and insight. I'm also working with a group of angels in these readings called the Miriam. They're helping me with these readings today. And if you can see, they have the Vesica Pisces here. This beautiful, that's all sacred geometry. And they are working with helping me with sacred vision for these readings. Okay, so here we go. Oh, my hair's all falling apart, isn't it? Oh, well. Okay, your first card. I release my need to be right. I am defenseless and at peace. So we'll see if this ties into something. I like the colors. I've always liked this deck. I really do. Then I'm going to pull a card from the Archangel Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue. Hello from heaven, Archangel Azrael. Your loved ones in heaven are doing fine. Let go of worries and feel their loving blessings. Look how beautiful this card is. I love all the colors in this card. Hello from heaven. You know, this is very much, reminds me very much of the Magician card, because in the Magician card, the magician is holding up his hand to the sky, and then he's pointing his other hand down to the ground. So it's as above, so below. It's kind of what this is reminding me of. But if you have others on the other side, just know that they're with you. I think this is a beautiful message. And feel their blessings. Okay. So now I'm going to pull your cards. I have shuffled these decks a bunch, but I just feel as though if you know that I'm pulling these, then I'm shuffling. I'm not stacking the deck. By the way, so the message of this reading is current energies as to whenever you listen to this message, all the way through December the 9th, right? However, if you get some major arcana cards, which a lot of the readings do, it could last longer than the week that this reading is good for. As always, major arcana take much longer for us to work through, but I'll talk about that as we go. Okay, so now I'm going to split the deck. Spirit always has me split the deck in 3 piles, and then one more split, which I'll do, and you can see. And then I'll pull your cards. Let me lay them out. This first column has to do with the immediate past. There's love here, big time. This next card has to do with current energies. And then we have immediate future energies. And then we have whatever's in this column is absolutely positive and uplifting for us. And oh my God, you guys, this is crazy. Okay, so let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got 5 major arcana cards. The 5 major arcana cards here. Let's see, do we have the Empress? No. Do we have the Hierophant? No. Do we have the King of Pentacles? No. Do we have the Knight of Swords? No. 5, 6, 7 of Pentacles? No. We do have Pentacles, but we don't have many. So we have Wands, Cups, Swords, and Pentacles. So we kind of have a well-rounded group of cards here. And now let me move these over a little bit. I'd used a bigger deck yesterday, so it took so much space. I thought I would go back to the smaller deck. Okay, so in our immediate past, we start off with the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is like considering an action of moving forward, moving back, considering your options. Twos are about choices and decisions. And then, of course, the wands have to do with our inspiration, our motivations, our passion, right? So that's kind of those cards. If you look at this guy, he has got the world right here in his hands. And that's because he's been out, he's seen the world, right? But he's in a place now that he's in this castle. He has a life of luxury. He's got one wand that is planted here onto his castle, and then he's got this other one here, and he's looking out into the distance. And so typically what this card represents is a choice as to whether or not you're going to go out and you're going to go explore, right? Go for the adventure, or are you going to stay where you are, where it's safe? And a lot of times this card has to do with travel. So it could be somebody's traveling. It could be even actually an option for some of you that you're going to be offered an opportunity for you to relocate somewhere. Okay, because it could be a move in this space. Now, should I stay or should I go? Right? It's kind of one of those cards. And then we've got the Lovers, and we have the Two of Cups. Now these cards came together. This right here is love. It's love, 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 love. So it's either some of you are going to get into a new romance. You're going to get into a new relationship of some kind. It could be a love romance, of course, or it could actually be a partnership of some kind. Maybe you're thinking about starting a business, or maybe you are thinking of starting some new endeavor, something like that, where you will have a partner. And that partner is one where you will be conjoined, kind of connected through your heart space. And then the other thing is that this person would probably have qualities that you, if it's for a business, this person would have qualities that you would be lacking, right? So it'd be somebody that would really balance you out. So wherever your strengths were, this individual would have their level of strengths, and maybe your weaknesses and their strengths, you know what I mean? They work together. The other thing about this card is the card of creating and setting healthy boundaries. And both of these cards do represent healthy relationships. It is coming together, you both coming together with your hearts and your cups full. So hopefully this is a card that says that this relationship is going to be very positive. I take it as a soul connection kind of a relationship. So if you are not in a relationship, I feel as though that's the energy coming in for you. If you are in a current relationship, something happens that allows you to experience a deeper level of connection with your partner, okay? Both of these cards are beautiful cards. As I'm single, okay, I'm open. Bring it on. Bring me my soulmate guy. That would be cool. Okay, so the next column has to do with your current energies, right? The things that we are working through right now. And of course, we do have the Wheel of Fortune as our first card. This is definitely saying that there is some kind of a karmic cycle that has ended. So something that you may have been working on for a while, as this is a major arcana card, something that you may have been working on for a while is now complete. You may be feeling that within you. So let's say you have some kind of a karmic lesson, you know it's karmic. It could be like, you know, how sometimes you have an experience of something and you didn't quite learn the lesson. And so you repeat that experience and you keep repeating that experience until you finally go, now I know I'm doing this wrong, or I'm doing this backwards, or I'm doing this something, right? So it's kind of one of those. So this is definitely a card of evolution. It's a card of recognition for all of your hard work. This is a card of new opportunities coming in. And the other thing about this card is it's a fast moving energy, meaning it's completed and the wheel is going to continue to turn, right? You are still going to be on this wheel. As a matter of fact, we are represented here as the bull, which I never noticed that this deck had us with. So here we are here in the corner as little bulls. That's so funny. I never noticed this deck or this depiction on this card. I hadn't paid attention to it before because I've got so many decks, right? So evolution. This is a spiritual step up. It could be completing some cycles in your day-to-day life, you know, in your person-to-person, day-to-day experience. But a lot of times it's also talking about a higher level. It's talking about your spiritual path as well. So look in both areas of your life as to what's coming to completion here. Now, the next card that's coming up for us has to do with worry and anguish. There are things that may be bothering you, things that are, I mean, there's a lot of things going on right now that we're trying to work through as a collective, especially if you live in the United States. I mean, it doesn't really matter where you live. Everybody has so much stuff going on, right? It's hard to stay positive. But this energy is more of an energy that is trying to get your attention, has been trying to get your attention. It could very well be that you just have such a busy life that you don't have the time to give all of these thoughts, their thoughts, way of thinking, right? The attention that they want or are requesting. I don't know how else to put it. Spirit always tells me you have to flip the record. You have to flip the program in your mind. There are so many things that are happening right now that are truly outside of our control. Does that make us helpless? In some ways it does, but at the same time, if you're putting all of your energy into what's happening out there, then honestly, you aren't doing the work that Spirit really would like for you to do, which is work on yourself. If we work on ourselves and if we heal ourselves and if we go through the dark night of the soul for ourselves, if we do all the work for ourselves, it ripples out, right? It affects everybody that knows us. And so with this card, I would say, if you're not keeping a dream journal or if you're not keeping anything by your bed, what Spirit always suggests is to take a pad of paper and a pen, put it by your bed so that you can capture your dreams when you wake up. But then the other aspect of that is if you have things that are keeping you awake that won't allow you to sleep, write those thoughts down before you go to sleep and just tell yourself, okay, I've written this down. I don't have to worry about this now. I go to sleep. I can pick up my pad tomorrow. And just by doing that exercise, you'd be surprised at how easily it works. It isn't as though you're tricking yourself in any way, because you know, you've got these thoughts that are still going to be returning, right? But the other thing too is just flipping the way that you think about things. And it's not surprising. I've seen this in almost every reading. So everybody's got these levels of anxiety. So it's very common. And then the other thing too is, as we're moving into December's energy is a lot lighter, like lighter feeling than October was or November was. Okay. So then the end of this column, we've got the Three of Pentacles. This is about skill. This is about potential for some of you. This could be that you're completing a project for someone. Maybe you do work for yourself and you do, you know, projects like, I don't know, redesigning kitchens or redoing bathrooms, or maybe you, I don't know, whatever it is your skill set. It looks as though one project is being completed, and then the other thing too is that it looks like new projects are coming forward for you. Okay, this card is a card of skill. These people that are down here hired this guy to create this thing on this church or this building, whatever this building is. And she's got a set of plans here. So they had to hire someone that was very skilled, right? So this is saying that you have skills, you have something that is valuable, right? And he's completing this project and he's waiting for his money. So they're kind of looking at his work, and then they're going to pay him for his job. So it's kind of like that same thing, right? This card is also a card of working in unity, or working with other people. Okay, so working in collaboration. So that could be for some of you. And then in our immediate future, we've got the Three of Cups, Nine of Wands, and the Four of Pentacles. Now, the Three of Cups is a card of celebration. I always look at this as a card of being with your besties and going out for a night and celebrating your relationships and your love for your friends and those kinds of things. But this doesn't necessarily have to be your friends. Could be family. It's going to be a very festive time this year, in this winter time, right? December. So this kind of brings in that energy of, you know, threes have to do with creativity and thinking of things outside the box, but this is like getting together and celebrating with people that you love. And then we have the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior. And this card represents, you know, really working through projects, or working really hard on something that means a lot to you. And as you can see, he's got this thing around his head, right? That's to show that he's the wounded warrior. He's tired. He's been working hard. But what this card does represent is you're so very close to achieving your goal, whatever that may be for you, that this is the card that tells you just keep pushing forward, because you're almost there, right? You've almost made it. Good job. And then the Four of Pentacles is looking for some type of financial stability, or this could be hanging on to things for a little bit too long, or hanging on to them too tightly. As you can see, he's really hanging on to the disc on the pentacle that is across his chest. And the other thing that Spirit always tells me, of course, is that he's blocking his heart chakra. It could very well be that he has a love of money. or he has fear around money, like he has this fear that he doesn't have enough or he isn't going to have enough. And this card is saying that you're going to be okay. You just have to trust, right? You have to trust your process, whatever that may be. Be smart, be fiscally smart with your money, especially at Christmas time. You don't have to buy everybody's love, right? They know that you love them. And you're celebrating that love. You're not celebrating gifts, right? That's my thinking. So that's what that card represents. Okay, then our final column has to do with all the good stuff. And I gotta say, it's beautiful, Taurus. Our first card is the sun. The sun is shining on us. This is the happiest card. In my opinion, it's one of the happiest cards in the deck. This is definitely a card of healing. It's definitely a card of nurturing. It is a card of the sun just, you know, beaming down on you, giving you all these beautiful blessings, right? These beautiful, wonderful blessings is here. This card sometimes does represent children. It could very well be that you've got kids around you or something like that. And it could very be celebratory with, you know, younger children for you. The sun also represents healing yourself. And then we have the Hermit, and we have the Star. These are all major arcana, right? These are beautiful cards. So the sun is shining down on you. The sun is shining on your life, saying, good job. We recognize all your hard work. Keep going, right? You're going to be fine, really. And then we have the Hermit. The Hermit card is a card of wisdom. It's a card of going within, getting your answers. Could very well be that during this next week or so, you're going to start feeling as though maybe some aha moments are coming in for you, and you are recognizing that things that you thought were your belief systems are being challenged. That's coming up a lot in the readings. As you can see, this guy has isolated himself. He is an older gentleman, so that is supposed to represent wisdom. This is bringing in your own wisdom, shining your light, right? So he's supposed to be on top of this hill. He's overlooking a city or a village or whatever wherever it is that he lives. And he's wondering, like, how is he going to share his knowledge with those people down there? He knows that he needs to share his wisdom, share his knowledge, right? But he's formulating those thoughts. He's formulating that plan. He is this could very well be a card that really gets you to come out of your shell. Meaning, because you've got the Star coming next. So you've got the Hermit, and he is surrounded by the sun and the star. The sun and the star. So the sun is shining brightly down upon you, and the star card represents you walking your path. These are your long-term plans and goals, right? This is she's got 1 foot in the water and she's got 1 foot on land, and she's pouring water into both, right? She's pouring water onto the land as well as into the water. The water is supposed to represent your subconscious. So what she's doing is she's working both of those energies. She is walking her true north, right? So she's aligning with her true north with this beautiful star here. This is a gift from God. These are actually beautiful cards. As all of these cards, all 3 of these cards are major arcana, and they are meant to be in our immediate future. I feel that we'll be working through those energies, whatever they may be for us, and through the beginning of 2024. I think that we're going to carry that energy through. I mean, the only thing that I see here that is a problem really is just this Nine of Swords. So it just has to do with your thoughts. If you can change the way that you think about some things, open up your mind, allow yourself additional possibilities as to a direction forward and a way to resolve that for yourself. These cards look beautiful, Taurus. Okay. I'm happy. Yay! Okay. Once again, if you're new to my channel, please like and subscribe. I would love to have you join us as a part of our community. I'm going to move these cards up a little bit. There's just not enough space. Okay, and as you can see, this is a big fat deck. It's bigger than my hands. I have shuffled these cards. As you can see, they're so big that I actually, when I go to shuffle, I have to split them and shuffle, and then I mix them all together because it's just weight. It's just a big fat deck. So what I'm going to do to pull your cards, though, I am going to I've shuffled them. I'm just going to split the deck, and I'm going to take the top card and the bottom card. And then I'm going to put the cards together again. I'm going to split the deck, and I'm going to take the top card and the bottom card. I'm going to give you 4. Okay, so here we go. So top card is, bottom card is, top card is, oh wait, I got to, wait, I got to shuffle, but put them all together again, split the deck again, take the top card, and take the bottom card. Okay. So it looks like we got one of every color. Our first card is the Queen of Michael. So her energy is brilliant, self-reliant, insightful, and humorous. And what's really funny is I just realized, if you can see her face, this is Louise Hay. She is an amazing woman. She started Hay House. So she is a publisher. She really got into the whole spiritual realm, has been a spiritual guru for a gazillion years. She has since passed, right? But I'm just really surprised that they decided to use her image on this card. But anyway, isn't that lovely? Michael, Archangel Michael. So brilliant, self-reliant, insightful, and humorous. You know exactly what to do, Taurus. The benefit of experience, a time for your career rather than relationships. Now that's funny because we just got these 2 relationship cards. I feel like this is a big relationship opportunity here, or a deeper exploration of your love for a significant other, right? But that's a beautiful card. Okay, your next card is Change Your Life. Archangel Camuel. A sudden revelation that offers freedom. Break free of procrastination. Embrace the opportunities that change brings. So it doesn't surprise me that this card has come up. This is like the Tower card. The Tower card is a card of endings and new beginnings. It doesn't necessarily have to be destructive. And the reason why I say that again is because not only did we, get this card, Taurus, we also got the Wheel of Fortune, right? Which is that karmic wheel. So it ties in with both of these cards, tie in together. So I feel as though it's not really a kind of raising to the ground, but it feels as though all of the changes that have been needing to come have come, and you've been working through those. And so where we are now, and I can confirm this for myself as well, is now we are kind of rebuilding ourselves. We are rebuilding our identity, who we are, who we think we are. especially if you've done a lot of the inner work that Spirit has been asking us to do, looking within, going within, especially when you think about this hermit, right? This hermit energy. That is really just an exploration of yourself, really just tapping into that higher level of expression. Okay, so the next card is the Page of Raphael. Gentle, loving, dreamy, open-hearted. A new emotional situation. Messages regarding relationships or social invitations. Great intuitive insights. Pages, again, remember, are all about younger people, younger energy. Could be apprentice, it could be somebody that you're working with, it could be somebody in your family, it could be your children, child, whatever it is that is representing this energy. But if it has to do with emotions, right, that has to do with the water energy. So this is like the Page of Cups. And the Page of Cups, the Page of Cups is an energy where the page has got a cup in his hand and he has a fish in the cup. And he needs to grab a hold of that fish before it jumps back into the water that he's standing near, right? So he doesn't want to lose his fish. He's got to do something with it. So it's kind of like you got to take some kind of an action of some kind. But this has to do with your emotions, right? Coming across with your emotion in your heart space. It's actually a very beautiful card. Okay, Taurus, our last card is the Ace of Gabriel. So aces in tarot represent opportunities. They represent a gift from God. In this case, it's a gift of passion, opportunity, and inspiration. So because of those energies, I would say that this is the Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands an Ace of Wands requires that you do something with it. So in the normal tarot deck, you see the hand comes out and it's got the wand in its hand. The hand is the hand of God. It is an opportunity. You have to recognize that opportunity. As a matter of fact, you know, I was in meditation one day and I had asked about that because a lot of the cards have opportunities associated with each of the cards. And it's like, well, how many opportunities do people actually get? And Spirit was like, there's so many opportunities, you just don't recognize and see them all. So a lot of times we miss opportunities because we aren't looking in that direction, or our perspective isn't looking in the same way that Spirit would like for us to look, right? But this Ace of Gabriel is definitely like the Ace of Wands. She is saying that it's a gift of passion, opportunity, and inspiration. It's a chance to do something amazing. And it's all about a sense of wonder. So this is kind of like that emotion, like, you know, this is the inspiration, right? This very inspirational creativity, passion, motivation, also taps into your intuition, taps into your higher senses, that kind of a thing. Taurus, this is a beautiful reading. I hope you found something in here that has been helpful to you. I don't see anything that is a struggle for us for this next couple of weeks, which is amazing because it's been pretty tough the past month or so. And then just a reminder about a hello from heaven. You know, you do have archangels, you've got angels on your side. Anytime you feel as though you need help, call on one of them. Okay? Thank you so much for being here. I love you all dearly. I hope you have an amazing week. And until next time, take very, very good care of you. Self-care is important. Cheers.